Look at the time frame, the proximity, that there is no apparent motive. It's clear to me that they're all linked.
But we're not scared. We're not going to, lock our doors and bolt our deadbolts and just stay inside.
I hope they know that there's people looking for them.
I've lived in this neighborhood since the late 70s, and I've never seen anything like this.
3 murders in 10 days, all just a few blocks apart in southeast Seminole Heights, this neighborhood here. Tonight, neighbors are getting out the message that they won't hide because of fear. Thanks for joining Nightside. I'm Carolina Lee.
And I'm Katie McCall. Police say all 3 victims were shot and killed while they were outside alone. 20-year-old Anthony Naoba, he accidentally took the wrong bus home when police say he was shot last night. 32-year-old Monica Hoffa found dead just 1 week ago, and 22-year-old Benjamin Mitchell killed on October 9th. Police have a message for everyone living in Seminole Heights. Yes, this is scary, but it's important not to hide inside, but to stay in groups and, of course, stay alert. Mayor Bob Buckhorn joined neighbors in a march tonight to spread that very message.
Whoever this is that's out here doing this, they need to hear from these people. We can't give up. We can't turn over the streets to the bad guys. We need to send a message that this is our city, this is our street, this is our neighborhood, and you're not going to drive us out of it.
Tampa police have stepped up patrols in Seminole Heights since the first 2 murders. Nightside reporter Bo Zimmer is there right now, and the term serial killer has been thrown out there. And Bo, what are you hearing about that?
Well, there is growing concern. It's hard to find anyone around here who has not heard about these 3 murders. In fact, this is a memorial that has been put here in place for the second victim that was killed 1 week ago, Monica Hoffa. People out here are scared. They want to know if a murderer is lurking among them. Tonight we spoke with a retired longtime Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office homicide detective, Sergeant George Mosier, to ask if these 3 murders share the signs of a serial killer.
Logical thinking and present day thinking and all that, you could certainly say yes. I would suggest right now, I think that's jumping to conclusions, because there's a lot of stuff that the investigators have to do. There's a lot of evidence. There's the MO and everything that had occurred. But it's very, very clear these people have to be vigilant. Something's up, and we don't know why that's happening.
All that said, if detectives believe that this is the same person responsible for these 3 deaths and that he might kill again, does that change, does that up the ante for investigators in terms of their, trying to get this solved quickly?
I think it ups the ante just from that standpoint, but in terms of what TPD does and the experience I've had with them and the chief right now, Chief Dugan, they're all over this thing anyway.
Biggest challenges for investigators right now? There's just, there's just so little information in terms of, why is this guy doing this? How do they go about trying to solve this case?
Really, it's just a matter of hoping the public can just see something. There's lots of activity over there. There's a lot of things going on. They just need to report the unusual and make sure that everybody has a camera. Take a picture of a car, take a picture of a person, take a picture of whatever, and then forward that to the investigators over at Tampa Police, and that will absolutely give them the advantage to whatever's happening over there.
And Sergeant Moser is now in the private sector. He's working for a company called Dynamic Law Enforcement Investigations, and they are doing similar investigations, homicide investigations all over the country. The important thing, he says, is for folks in this neighborhood not to panic, to listen to instructions from police and take it from there. By the way, there is a $25,000 reward for information leading to an arrest or a suspect in this case. And when they say they have flooded this neighborhood with police officers, they are not joking. We have seen officers, even a helicopter flying overhead tonight. They are taking this very, very seriously. Reporting live in Seminole Heights, Bo Zimmer, 10 News.
And Bo, I got hundreds of comments from people on Facebook Live on this story. Some even said that they were too afraid to go to that community walk earlier tonight. Brenda said, they say the criminal always comes back to the scene of the crime. I wonder if he was also in the walk tonight for the victims. I was too scared to go because I was in fear that he may be there and it could have turned out to be really bad. Sue said, how scary for all of the people in the area. Keep your doors locked at all times. Don't walk alone anywhere. Always watch over your shoulder. And Lisa said, I live in Seminole Heights and we are keeping our outside lights on when walking dogs, going in a group.
We want to give you a better idea of how these murders compare to the overall crime numbers that exist in Seminole Heights. So we asked Tampa police for some of the statistics, specifically for the areas where the murders took place. So between January and September of this year, there were no murders and 5 shooting investigations. In all of 2016, there was 1 murder and 14 shootings. We're going to stay on top of this story as police keep up their patrols in Seminole Heights and detectives try to find some answers. You can find the very latest at WTSP.com and on the free 10 News app.